What's up, everybody? On this episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast, we're one episode away from number 100. So we're asking you for your voicemails. So call us 385-325-2572 or 3853-BLAKPC. Leave us a voicemail about our episode 100, about any of the episodes that you loved before, or the fact that you hate us, or leave us some relationship advice. Leave us something. We want to hear from y'all. We appreciate the love. And we'll talk about some foolishness on this episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast. Episode 99 of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast. I'm Jerry.
I'm Jake.
And we are back and at it again. Baby steps. One baby step away from episode 100. Man, cousin, how was your week this week?
Little baby step. It was alright. I mean, just work. Trying to get these kids ready to go back to school on Tuesday, so... Yeah, that's about it, man. Nothing really super exciting here. Just spend my time at work watching YouTube and looking for jobs and things like that. But other than that, man, same old stuff.
Yeah, I understand. That's funny. That's cool. So, is their first day of school's coming up?
Yep, first day of school, and of course they started a lot earlier than everybody else. I'm not going to say because they're in a charter school, but, I guess you could say because they're in a charter school. I don't know how any other charter schools work, but I know like the Fort Worth School District, they don't start until later in the month. So, but, it's cool because they get out earlier than everybody else. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
Better school situation anyway, so.
A lot better.
It's all good.
A lot better. If anybody knows the Fort Worth School District, they already know what's up.
Yep. That's probably one of the reasons why my wife left that district. Even though, I'm going to be honest, comparing that district to the Dallas School District is light years ahead. Just be thankful you don't live in Dallas.
You probably have a lot more options in Dallas, though. But
I don't know, man. It's just a broken system over there, and they were trying to fix it. Yeah. They're trying to start fixing it, I guess, before we moved out a couple years ago. So I don't know what the changes are now, but I know it was horrible back then. But hey, we can all attribute that back to the first couple of George Bushes, and maybe who was before them. Just because they started to put in place a lot of bad stuff in the Texas educational system.
You mean Betsy DeVos not trying to fix it?
Man, come on, Betsy DeVos. Come on, G. Come on, brother.
She does have a higher... no, she doesn't have a higher education. She has a... never mind.
She had like a 10th grade education?
10th grade education, right. Probably.
But somehow she graduated. So you know how that goes.
Money.
Anyway, do y'all still have tax-free weekend? Is that still a thing down there?
Yeah, but I got all my stuff so early. I don't like to wait until the last minute because parents scrambling to try and find their kids' stuff. Only thing I got left to get is a belt for my kid. That's about it.
Yeah. It's funny. If y'all don't know, Texas may be the only state that does this, because I know Utah doesn't do it. They have a tax-free weekend sometime in early August, where essentially, Friday to Sunday, you can go and buy anything that would be related to school. So clothing, school supplies, etc. Backpacks and lunchboxes and stuff, free of tax, right?
Yeah.
And, so a lot of people take advantage because it's on clothing statewide. It's not just for kids' clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people take advantage. And normally it's like a really big, crazy sale, and you see people,
it's like Black Friday for schools.
Yeah, it's almost like Black Friday for school, you know what I'm saying? But it's silly because you're just getting the tax taken off. So, the only time, you could really actually tell an advantage if you spend like $100, you're getting $8 off. Like, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess you're saving $8 you could put into your gas tank. What's that, like 2.5 gallons of gas? So, who knows? Who knows? It's sort of silly. But I remember the first couple years, it was pretty wild when they did that tax-free weekend. I went out a couple of those times, and after that, I was like, it's pointless. I'm spending the $8 that I'm saving driving to the mall, or
right.
with the frustration, dealing with these fools, in the stores. So that's good you didn't wait for that. So good on y'all.
Yes, indeed.
Good on y'all.
How was your week?
Oh yeah, my week. Yeah. So my week, it was a busy week at work, man. We're just prepping for this show, this trade show we have to go to in Las Vegas here tomorrow.
Bunny Ranch.
Yes, the Bunny Ranch trade show. That's where we're gonna be set up. So if you guys are in Vegas, hit me up. I'll get you in backdoor VIP style. Nah. So just a busy week for work, and then also extremely busy because my wife's birthday, Mrs. Jared, her birthday is tomorrow, the day that we leave. I'll leave. I'm traveling out that day, so we had to get something together and plan a birthday thing for her, on Saturday. And I think she's doing something with her mom today, Sunday, and then we'll have maybe like a little tiny thing, but yeah, I'm leaving in the morning. So, heading out in the morning. So, we decided to sort of semi-celebrate it before, and then we'll probably do something like the weekend afterward, but, surprised her with, with a couple of things. So 2 free tickets to any show at one of our local theaters over here. It's a brand new theater, was just built and opened.
Oh, nice.
They do musicals, they do plays, and it's a nice state-of-the-art theater. Like the stage can transform during the play. So if you have, just imagine this. So your stage, sitting right there in front of everybody. Maybe it's, and maybe I guess if you have seats on all sides of the stage, so like a theater in the round, it can morph from that kind of theater to like a traditional theater where there's just a stage and then seats on one side, etc. And it can also move. It's basically like modular, right, to move in the moment without making much noise, little to any noise. So you could have somebody walking. Say they're walking from one side of town to the other side of town on the stage, and as they're walking, the stage is moving, and it's like you see the background moving around them and behind them. So it's a pretty dope new theater. I can't wait to go check it out. And cool. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes from my house. And then the other thing is I surprised her with a trip to see a concert in Las Vegas.
Oh, dang.
Coming up here in a few months. So we'll travel back to Las Vegas for a little trip.
Just like a show or like a music concert? Or?
Yeah. So she loves Gwen Stefani, right?
Uh-oh.
No doubt. So loves Gwen Stefani. So Gwen Stefani announced, sometime a few months back that she was going to be doing a ongoing concert series in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So from the moment she heard about that, she's like, I want to go there. I want to go. That would be awesome. I love that. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So, Jared found some good tickets, to go check Gwen Stefani out at Planet Hollywood. So, that's coming up in a few months. She basically doesn't have any shows between now and the week after Christmas. So, nice. Going just after, sometime after the new year. So, that'll be dope, man.
Cool.
Go down, stay at a nice hotel, pop bottles, you know what I'm saying?
October.
Buy some overpriced champagne. I don't know. It's gonna be good though, man. But yeah, that was the extent of the weekend. So now I'm just gotta pull out my suitcase and start packing for this trip. So
for sure.
All good. Okay. So, yeah. So let's get up into this show. So we already, in the intro, we already asked you about dropping us a voicemail, for that next episode, or for episode 100 that's coming up. So yeah, please do that. We'd love to hear your voicemails. I know we got some in the queue right now, so we'd love to have a few more to play it. And you can promote your podcast. You can promote whatever you're doing. That's cool as well. But yeah, just leave us a little message. We would be happy to play it back. Now, I know this past episode 98, we talked about doing a Eddie Murphy movie, one's got to go type of thing. But we didn't really have that figured out. We didn't have it sorted out because I think we were trying to decide between a few different movies. So I just posted a One's Gotta Stay Thursday. Which shade of Sammy Sosa are you? If you haven't seen Sammy Sosa, our Dominican brother who used to be an awesome baseball player, got caught with the PEDs, but baseball still built its image and built a lot of money off of his back and Mark McGwire's back, whatever. He was black, he was chocolate. Over the years, he has since gone pasty white. So essentially, if you look at the shade tree of Sammy Sosa, you got a natural, you got a medium beige, you know what I'm saying? He looks like a medium beige,
kind of like Drake,
Hispanic person, or semi Drake, yeah, almost a Drake. And then you have the new and now Sammy Sosa, pasty white. So natural, beige, or pasty white.
To Michael Jackson.
A lot of good comments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So why don't you go through them comments, Jim?
All right. Comments. Quarter Wolf says natural. Hooks, Rubs, and Spices says all natural. Seasons. This podcast is garbage says I pick pasty because it's what makes him happy. I guess if it makes him happy, it makes him happy. Can't say nothing.
You garbage podcast. You garbage.
Starting Five podcast says, did somebody say McDonald's? Remember the commercial? Yeah. OG Sammy. OG dark skinned Sammy. Cereal Boy says Team Beige. Hashtag Beige Boys. JM Brady 360 says, all of them kinda suck, but the first shade from the Chicago Cubs. Cosmetic Branding. Love your profile. Got one of them. Last but not least, Whatever Man Pod. He looked like a Michael Jackson evolutionary chart from whose man is this to officer. I don't think they have permit for a grill in this section of the park. Ass motherfucker. Fuck you. Go back to the Dominican Republic and get the opposite of a tan. Sammy Sosa today would call the police on Sammy Sosa in the Cubs uniform. Sir, there's a black man with a bat threatening to steal home ass motherfucker. Whatever Man Pod.
Wow. Man, that was a great way to end that list of comments. That's funny. Thank y'all for the comments. Yeah, man. So which shade of Sammy Sosa? Which shade of Sammy Sosa are you? Which would you rather?
I'd definitely rather the natural, but even back then, the natural, there was always something off about him, man. I don't know what it was. I just see him in like interviews and things like that. It's just something about him that was off, but I still pick natural versus beige and pasty.
True. Same here, man. I mean, you gotta have that all natural. You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't understand, the skin bleaching thing. I don't understand why people do that. I know that there are some people who actually have skin issues, where maybe they want to have, an even color all over. Yeah. And they have to do that, Yeah. But you could see Sammy Sosa. You could see, his all natural Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, he didn't
have any skin issues.
No, none. I mean, all that melanin was a good thing. Now he
was a black Dominican, but maybe it's one of those things. And you know, the people out there, you know, who are from, you know, the islands down there, or, you know, have family from the islands, you know, down in the Caribbean, maybe they could tell us if there's some kind of stigma against, you know, black Latinos.
I'm sure there
is. I think that is a thing. I'm pretty sure I heard that. I'm pretty sure I heard that from the John Effect podcast. Shout out to John. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure I've heard that because, you know, he is half Cuban. So
I think it's like that.
Maybe that's a thing. You know, you guys could tell us. But so maybe that's why he is.
I think you're
decided to bleach himself.
And I'm sure this would probably go into a deeper topic, but that goes, I think, across practically all cultures, even amongst American black people. You know, there's always this thing about darker skin versus lighter skin. And this and that, even in Asian culture and stuff like that, there's a lot of that skin bleaching, skin lightening that's like advertised, like right in your face advertising and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You know, so I'm sure that has something to do with it. In the Caribbean, Dominican, you know. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, if we could jump into a deeper topic, maybe we could explore that one day, but.
Yeah, we definitely could, because I mean, you know, we're both two different shades of Sammy Sosa, you know, naturally. You know, you're more in the beige range, and I'm more in the natural color range.
I'm like,
I mean, you know, I'm not saying that you bleached your skin. No. I'm just saying, like, when we were born,
I'm probably like in between natural and beige.
Yeah, you're between natural and beige, so you know, but still, you're a little barely lighter skinned than I am, but. It was always crazy to me thinking about that. And we're not going to get too deep into this, but it was always crazy for me thinking about that when people get mad, you know, or you know, a darker skinned person will get mad at a lighter skinned black person, or vice versa, or, you know, like have a problem with them because of that. And I'm always just like, man, we all the same thing, you know what I'm saying? We all got flesh and bones. It doesn't matter what what the skin color is, you know?
Yeah.
We grew up right next door to each other type of thing, you know what I'm saying? Like who cares, you know? It's always silly to me, so whatever. We can leave that topic right there, but I'm sure it'll be really interesting when we talk about it. So yeah. So which shade of Sammy Sosa are you guys? Let us know. Natural, beige, pasty, who knows? Let us know. So, we have a few things to talk about. And so what we'll do is we'll drop a commercial right here. Then we'll come back, talk a little bit of Bobby Sessions, talk a little bit of our current idiotic president versus LeBron, and some other stuff. So stay tuned. Hey, are you a boss?
You know it.
Well, do you like boxes?
Come on, man. You know I be tapping them things all the time.
Well, how about trying our new sponsor, Boss Boxes?
Boss Box is a monthly gaming subscription box that delivers games, headphones, controller grips, energy drinks, munchies, and products from all your favorite games right to your front door.
You can even get pass boxes if you want them.
So everybody head on over to bossboxes.store for some of the best monthly gaming boxes you can buy.
Use discount code Blackout10 at checkout for 10% off, and for a limited time, use BB20 for an extra 20% off your order. Boss Boxes, the best monthly gaming boxes delivered right to your doorstep. Like a boss.
What up, everybody? This your boy B-Rob, host of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast. While you're taking your break, using your hooks, rubs, and spices on your love boxes and everything, tapping them oh so gently and vigorously at the same time, I want you to tune in on iTunes, Stitcher, and everywhere else that you listen to your podcast, and check out the hashtag Blackout Podcast. Why? Because we blacking out.
Hey man, it's Chuck. We from the What Up Man podcast, and we ain't out here slanging and banging and doing wild shit, fucking with bitches and big ass white girls. We listening to the hashtag Blackout Podcast, and you should too, you degenerate bastard motherfuckers.
Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Jay, what you think about Hooks, Rubs?
I love Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. I put it on everything that I grill, all my veggies, everything that we cook inside our house. Hooks, Rubs, and Spices is the one that we go to.
I'm sure you put it on just about everything you put in your mouth, right?
That's pretty much accurate.
Yep. Man, Hooks, Rubs, and Spices has 4 great flavors. The Mad Cow, the Smoky Burn, the Lemon Pepper, and the fan favorite Smoking Sweetness. You can find them at etsy.com/shop/Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. You can also find them on Facebook and on Twitter and Instagram at Hooks Spice Rubs. If you go on there and place your order, use the code MyHooks10. You'll get 10% off your order. So yeah, go on and check out some Hooks Rub. # We Smoke Meat.
Alright, welcome back, people. So I know last week, I think I posted up a post about Bobby Sessions' new album, which is called Revolution Chapter 1, The Divided States of America. The 3 KKKs, 3 Ks at the end of America. Mm-hmm. Like, I think I talked about this in the past, like him at a concert that I went to. A lot of people wasn't really vibing to it initially. You kind of see they didn't know what to expect. And that's just the type of artist that he is. He's a young guy, but he's not in that same lane as like a lot of other young guys. He was nominated for that 10th spot in the XXL freshman list. He didn't get it. And I guess I could kind of understand. He'd be like way left field than a lot of other artists. But yeah, he dropped this album a couple Fridays ago. I thought it was a great album. I think everybody should check it out. He had like features like Killer Mike on there on a song called Black Neighborhood, which is, I guess, kind of like a part 2, because a few years ago he had another song called Black Neighborhood, kind of exploring the same things that you see in every black neighborhood. Gun store, liquor store, gun store, just a repeating thing in the black neighborhood. So yeah, I thought this was a good album that people should check out. Definitely speaks on a lot of social ills in the black community. A lot of you could tell there's a lot of frustration in his delivery and voice. So I think this is a great album. I know you said you listened to it. What did you think about it?
Man, I basically had to echo what you said, man. I really did enjoy the album. I think there's a couple of songs specifically that I liked off the album. One was Politics, and then the other one was Like Me. Those 2 songs were. There's actually videos. And I mean, obviously. Yeah, there are videos for those as well. Yeah, so you guys should definitely check out Bobby Sessions' videos for both of those songs. Politics, he talks about all the same foolishness that a lot of people have been talking about when it pertains to the current administration, and a lot of stuff, that has also gone on in the past. And it's pretty on point. It is definitely a energetic, in your face album, and it's truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all fire, and it's speaking truth. So it's definitely worth a listen. And what is it, only like 8 tracks?
Right? nine tracks. I guess you could say 7, because there's like 2, like an intro and an interlude. So a good 7 tracks, but they're worth it for the price of money. I'd rather pay $9, $10 for 7 good tracks than $10 for 20 tracks, and then only a few of those are good.
Yeah. Revolution, The Divided States of America.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who had the other one? United States of America with the 3 KKK, with the KKK. Who was that? Who did that? Just dropped that like last year. We talked about it. It wasn't Lupe Fiasco.
No. United States.
with America.
I know Ice Cube had that a long time ago. Joey Badass had a song called America.
Joey Badass, right? Or no?
What's Joey Badass' last album? It could have been Joey Badass because he dropped the album last.
I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Yeah, Good Morning America, right?
Yeah.
Was that it?
Could be.
Yeah, Joey Badass. Yeah, that was from his last album.
Okay.
Maybe I was thinking about that. Yeah, it's All American Badass.
Yeah, All American Badass. There you go.
So I was thinking about that. Yeah, which was also another really good album.
Really good album.
But back to Bobby Sessions. Yeah, it's a really good album. I think it's totally worth, like you said, I think it's totally worth the $9 or whatever that you're buying it for. Mm-hmm. And it is, a 30-minute album or less?
Roughly 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
This
you don't have to skip a track.
Yeah, at all. This is what I say, man. If y'all have iTunes, go and leave this guy a review on his iTunes page, on the iTunes store page. Go and leave him a review, because that helps him get, just like our podcasts, that helps him, get closer to that front page, get on that front page, just based off of reviews. So I think, and he's an up and coming rapper. He's a Dallas, Texas rapper. He is, signed to Def Jam. So, he's doing big things. He's growing. So, y'all get out there and help him. Y'all get out there and help that man out.
I'm telling you,
just like EVD, just like Sir John Lee, just like,
definitely.
Manny Mac, and just like all these people that we've had a chance to talk to on here.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm going to tell you another album I just came across that I really enjoyed. I know everybody was looking forward to this Travis Scott album, Astroworld.
Oh yeah,
I peeped it out and I was like, I'll have
Was it not good?
I'll have to check it out again. It wasn't for me, I guess. Mm-hmm. But then I saw that Mac Miller dropped an album too the same day, so I checked that out and I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. I didn't skip one track, and so I had to go in. I had to go buy it, and that's another good album that I think people should check out. It's just real. It's a real, like, smooth and groovy type album that you could just chill out and listen to, So that was my Friday, just listening to new music that came out. So those be the two albums I'd say.
There's a lot of stuff, a lot of new stuff that came out because Iggy Azalea came out with her Survive the Summer.
That was actually not a bad project either. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a super Iggy fan. I remember when I first heard her long ago with T.I., I think it was called Murder Business, and I thought that was a dope track coming from her, like an initial track that I heard. But this one here, this new one that she just dropped, a little EP, I thought it was good for what it was, and it's a lot. Yeah. I say it's a lot better than a lot of this other stuff that's coming out, man. So I can't front. I'm not gonna front on it.
There you go. That's cool.
And the visuals weren't bad either.
Oh, I love the visuals. You can see the visuals from the cover art. Looks good already. YG, came out with something. Stay Dangerous.
I didn't care for that album. I know people were saying they liked that album. I listened to it. I was just like,
yeah.
I didn't care for it. But I'll go back and check it out again just to see if I missed something. If something didn't click initially, but yeah, didn't grab me initially.
Somebody named Moneybag Yo, 4 Milli, Jax Jones. There's a lot of people came out with new stuff. Sierra has this new video called, for a song called Level Up, and I heard about that. A lot of good, a lot of good candy, eye candy up in that one too. So.
What's her husband's name?
Yeah, a lot of good music.
Russell Wilson, our boyfriend.
Russell
Is she
Wilson,
still with him?
Yeah, that's her husband, man.
Yeah, I didn't know, man. Sometimes they be with each other for like a year and then they say bye bye. Okay.
That's Future's ex.
Yeah,
he's still mad.
Yeah.
So he should have put it down better. Then that lady wouldn't have been gone
for sure.
You gotta do that. Man.
Maybe he was mumbling.
Part of relationship advice, Future.
Maybe he just didn't communicate well because he mumbled too much.
Yeah, Yeah, it's true. All right, cool. Well, dope. Well, glad you like Bobby Sessions. I liked it too. Y'all go check that out and some other new music, and let us know what y'all think about it. So, next thing up. What do we have? Yeah. So Donald Trump, our current president, Donald Trump, tweeted after he saw LeBron's interview with Don Lemon, talking about a host of things, including his new school. LeBron James, Don Trump said, LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike. He said that. So why is this man constantly dabbling in stuff that really he sort of has no, he has no business dabbling in. You should be out there, trying to continually convince America that you did not, collude with Russia, even though we know that you did, and you actually came out and said that, maybe Russia actually had something to do with me winning the election. They actually did have something with you winning the election, and you confirmed it. So why don't you go out there and, try to talk to, the powers that be to get people to stop calling for your head instead of just dabbling in other people's stuff where you don't have no business. What you think, man?
I think he just, I'm not going to say just trying to keep his name relevant, because his name going to always be in people's mouth, but he's just that type of person. He got to comment on everything. He got to comment on everything, no matter what it is. The thing I really loved is that his wife was on LeBron's side, saying she commends LeBron for what he has done. Michael Jordan came out commending him too, but of course, a commander in Cheeto, he got some issues with it. Maybe because he can't do it.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's what the deal is. Or maybe, because he hasn't done it. And this is the thing, man. I mean, shoot, you have Donald Trump, you have so much money, which you obviously brag about. You're going to win because you're rich, right? There's so much winning that's going to be done.
Got that tiger blood system.
The thing about it is, man, like, if you have done this, we have not heard about it. The only schools that we've really heard about that you've, actually built with your money have been universities that have failed. Like little like real estate or some kind of business school, that you've created that, has failed and failed the people that went there, and basically their degrees are, just
null and void.
Trash. So, null and void. So how about you go out there and actually do something productive? You know what I'm saying?
But he's on vacation this week. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. He needs to take a vacation from all this foolishness that he has been brought upon himself. How about this, Donald Trump? You're so concerned with stuff that, with stuff around the world or stuff around America, where maybe you shouldn't be. But this is a place where you should be. Flint, Michigan. The water still isn't safe. We went on we went to this Lego night thing here at the Botanical Gardens, and that's some really cool Lego structures. They also had obviously tons of different flowers, plants, and trees. And one bush that we passed by was called the Compact Oregon Grape Holly. Let me tell you what the grape holly does. The roots of this small shrub have been used to treat unsafe drinking water and to control psoriasis. It could be grown in zones 4 to 8, right? So zones 4 to 8. Let's see here. Flint, Michigan. Where are they at? They are in zone 4. 4 and 5. So hey, Donald Trump, why don't you go ahead, get a bunch of this compact Oregon grape holly, bring it up to Flint, Michigan, and tell them to put it in their water, to use the roots to help cleanse their water. How about you do something like that? No. What you want to do is you want to, go on Twitter and bash, somebody who's using their money and putting their money where their mouth is in the right way. I don't understand it, man.
Presidential Twitter fingers.
Yeah. It's also pretty crazy because, it seems like his wife is, I don't know, it seems like sometimes his wife is with him and sometimes his wife isn't, Donald Trump's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because, when she visited Texas, visiting those families, she had that jacket on that said, like, why do I care, or something like that, or I don't care. So obviously it seemed like she was being Trumpish then, but then now, she's sort of standing with LeBron. So who knows? Who knows?
Don't know. It seems like she's trying to separate herself from him with I guess certain issues, and that's understandable because kind of like Michelle Obama did. She did her own thing and tried to get her own name out and be like a friend of the people. I guess you could say that. But yeah, as far as Melania, whatever you want to call her name, and Trump, I don't know. They're just like seems like two completely different opposite people. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, for real.
It's like she's just there. She's just the eye candy. His eye candy, not our eye candy. I guess at one point she was, but
yeah, she was at one point in time until now.
Yeah, she got trumped.
Yeah, and all this after, the week after. This is what's stupid to me. I'm sure that you have heard this by now, but there was some meeting of religious leaders, of black religious leaders at the White House with Donald Trump, and there had to be like 20 or 30 of these fools up in this room. And this pastor, goes on to say, there are pastors and bishops from across the country. Let's see here. This pastor said that he may be the most pro-black president that we've had in recent history. He said, this is probably the most proactive administration regarding urban America and the faith-based community in my lifetime. Pastor Darrell Scott said, this is probably going to be the most pro-black president we've had in our lifetime.
Well, all right.
He's a black pastor from Ohio. Ohio! Come on, of all places. This dude is stupid. He was an early supporter of Trump's presidential campaign. And he said that President Obama got a pass. This president actually wants to prove something to our community, our faith-based community, and our ethnic community. The last president didn't feel like he had to. He got a pass. The meeting was held to tackle criminal justice reform and create easier ways for prisoners to find work after re-entering society. So yeah, they were there talking about, obviously, prison reform. But, this nigga here, he got to get off the boat. You got to kick him off the boat. You know what I'm saying? Kick him off the boat. Him and anybody else who shook their heads with him, because he was obviously getting paid off for this. And, this is when... I'm sorry, I'm a mini 2-second rant here. This is when people come out and say, look here, this is what Christians are doing. They support Donald Trump. And I'm going to just say this, man. This pastor right here is not a man of the faith, because he is obviously lying. It sounds like he was paid off to say that. Because when he said it, you could look around the room. There was one lady who was sitting next to Donald Trump. I couldn't tell if she was black or white, or Latino, what she was. But she was sitting there. She sort of smiled and shook her head yes and patted Trump on the shoulder. But this pastor, when he said that, most of the other people in the room were just looking like they were looking at him like, what did you just say? You know what I'm saying? Like they wanted to reach across and slap him. So this is not a man of the faith. If anybody goes to this man's church, I just recommend y'all bounce. Find somewhere else to go, because this man is not for y'all. He is for pay. He is pay. He is like, you pay me, I'll say what you want me to say. That's trash.
Wow. Wow. I have no words for him. The initial thought was he's in the sunken place, but
he is beyond the sunken place, bruh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these people get like paid, they get incentives, or they like these actors. I heard there's like actors that go on to these like these rallies, see like black people, for instance, and they're just there to be a face in the crowd, just to, just to be. So I'm wondering if that's like this type of situation, or if this situation is like that where he gets paid to say a couple words, say a few things.
No doubt.
Yeah, because I don't know, man. Sometimes I just don't see how people could actually really support this dude and everything that he stands for, everything that he says.
Yeah. Donald Trump, definitely promised him, slide a couple extra bucks in the building fund and so they get their usher board some new clothes, some new white gloves, and also so they could build extra wing onto their church. They definitely dropped some money in his bank.
Oh yeah, he could get that new Bentley, all that good stuff. Wow.
This is it's so disheartening to hear stuff like this. And my brother is in seminary school, and he has talked about some ministers or preachers who are big names around the country, big names around the world, black, white, whatever, that are false prophets, and they're out there just spreading ridiculousness, all while not really backing up what they're actually teaching about. And this guy falls right in that category.
Oh man,
but my brother is also smart enough to understand what politics are, and he doesn't really sort of follow the norm of politics. When it comes to Democrat, Republican, Independent, he has a very good worldview on that situation. But yeah, he definitely would say that this dude, is a hypocrite.
Yeah.
He's not speaking truth. So,
wow.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
So sad.
Don't get it.
So sad.
Okay. What's up next? Let's get off this. I gotta stop talking about this guy. Okay. So, Fortnite. Jay, I know you don't play many games, but I'm gonna tell you this. I know you like to be trying to get good deals on games. Fortnite is free on Xbox Live.
Okay.
You got to download this. Okay. You got to download it. I don't play it that much. My son plays it. I play a little bit with him. I also have it on my phone, so I do a little play on there, and it has cross-play. So if you have the app on your phone and you have like an Xbox Live account or whatever, you can you can play on the app on your phone.
Really?
And it adds your credits and whatnot. Yeah, and it adds to your stats on the Xbox. So yeah, download Fortnite. Let me know when you download it, and I'll tell Jackson to hop on with you. Anyway.
Oh, there's a PUBG mobile too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there is a PUBG mobile. It does not have crossplay. It's all right though. But yeah, I would say download that too. You can play it. It'll give you a good sense of what the real, I guess the Xbox game is. So yeah, parents are paying tutors to tutor their kids to be better at Fortnite. So Fortnite, I mean, wow, it is a game by I think Epic Studios that is now I think Bloomberg valued Epic Studios because it's their first huge game. Valued them at like $3 to $5 billion in worth now, right? Wow. So there's millions of kids, and adults playing Fortnite around the country. There's one streamer on Twitch who now hit 10 million subscribers on his Twitch page, and mainly because he started playing Fortnite when it first came out and started streaming it, and now is one of the better players around the world, obviously. So yeah, he has 10 million people, and that's like a record.
Crazy.
He also is the same guy who played Fortnite stream with Drake, and I think they had almost 700,000 views on that one stream. So Fortnite is very popular, for lack of a better phrase. So parents now are out here saying, "Hey, my kid sucks at Fortnite. Can I hire you to pay? Can I hire you to help this kid?" And basically, they get online same time as the tutor. They sort of play together, and there's this new sort of like sandbox mode where you can play, and nobody dies. It's sort of like you're all in one.
All right, I misunderstood you initially because I was like, okay, the parents are paying a tutor, so I'm initially thinking tutor as in school tutor to. In addition to schoolwork, they're tutoring him in Fortnite. That's what I initially thought. But still, it's like, why? Why do you want your kid to be better at Fortnite?
So there's a couple things mixed in. So apparently, some kids aren't that good. So the parents want them to be better, so they could play and be more competitive with their friends. Also,
come on, man.
Also, yeah, right. I think it's stupid. Also, parents, hate getting embarrassed. By their 8-year-old, or me, by my 10-year-old, when they beat you at Fortnite or they get further in the game, they survive longer. And then lastly, there are people who are just grown-ups, who are adults, who just aren't good, who don't want to put in the time just to practice. So they're hiring a tutor to help them get better instead of just sitting there and playing. So, it's threefold. I think it's ridiculous, though.
It's stupid. That's dumb. That's dumb. You think our parents would pay that money for us to get better at like Tecmo Bowl?
Nah, man. Nah, not even. Not even, bro. Not even. My you already know. We already know each other's parents. They'd be like, nah.
What happened to sitting in front of the TV for hours on end, learning how to do this stuff? Come on, man.
Yeah, I think these parents need tutoring on how to be better parents.
For real,
I think that's what it is.
I don't understand that. Like, if you were to say something like, so they could go on to be like professional Fortnite players in like the gaming, I forgot what the gaming league is called, but whatever, around the world, I could understand that a little bit. But if you're just saying because your kid doesn't want to get embarrassed online or something like that, or he's not good enough, get out of here. Get out of here with that mess.
Yeah, I think it's really ridiculous. Next thing you know, parents will be selling their kids, to the government so they could put them in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These parents, they should probably be paying tutors, paying tutors to actually help them in school, so they can do better in school, classwork.
Finances.
They should. Or maybe they should hang out with their kids more instead of just letting them sit, and do stuff, off on their own. So they could actually be able to interact socially with adults and with other people,
man.
Face to face rather than
it's going to get pretty bad.
This tutor situation.
Because I just bought Ready Player One last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to buy that. Yeah,
you saw it, right?
I didn't see it yet. Man. I didn't see it. I read. I'm about 2/3 of the way through the book. That's when I stopped. Just because
I think I could actually share my Google Play account with you, or that particular movie with you. So if you want, you guys can watch it. I think it'll be okay for the whole. At times there's like some language here and there, but it's not totally bad. I'm not sure how you or your wife feels about it.
Is it worse than the past couple Marvel movies?
I want to say it's about the same. I know your son would enjoy it since
it'd be all right.
Everything is video game, pop culture reference, especially from like the 80s. So you and your kid would enjoy it, but either way it goes, it's a dope movie, and you'll see. It's kind of similar to what you was just saying, like as far as like being there with your kids, so they won't be like all socially awkward and know how to interact in society. That's kind of how this movie is. Everybody's plugged into this game, and you already read the book. Are you through the book, halfway through the book, so you kind of already have a sense of what's going to happen, what's going on. But it's a dope movie, and that reminded me of this movie, that statement you just made. So yeah. I'm sure eventually it's going to get like that.
Yeah, it probably will, man. It probably will. It's sad but true. I don't know, and it's the thing, like as soon as this game dies off, there'll be another game that pops up and another game that pops up.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be something, and it's just so much. I don't know. It's just so much different. I mean, I know that even when we were kids, our parents, some of them played with us. Sometimes they played with us, sometimes not. And then as we sort of got older, you could see that they, sort of felt there were some parents and some people in society just felt that video games and gamers were, you're just basically, killing brain cells. Mm-hmm. And in some cases that was true, some cases that wasn't, depending on the game and the situation and the kid, to be honest. But yeah, man, this is just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a silly situation, especially if you go to this point. I mean, this is the age of the helicopter parent and the, everybody gets a trophy. Parents. So, they're like, you can't be bad if your friend down the street, little Johnny, is good. We don't want you to be embarrassed while you play with him. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this little guy to come and teach you how. But if you're good at Fortnite, though, I mean, hey, dog, go get your money right now, because there's people stupid enough to pay you
just to watch you play. That's crazy. Just like on Twitch, people sometimes pay to watch you play. It's weird, man. Yeah, it's so weird. Do they find enjoyment in that, or I don't know? Maybe it's just like cool commentary. I don't know, because every Saturday sometimes I watch Dashy XP on YouTube, and he'll do like the Super Mario Maker, but it's his commentary while he's playing is what keeps me watching him. So maybe that's what everybody loves. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what I love. I think that's what I love about Dashy. Compared to some of the other ones, I just think he is sort of funny and outlandish.
Yeah,
so
he's crazy.
I like to laugh at him.
Crazy.
He's more of a comedian while he plays. So I don't know. It's still a bunch of craziness though. So. Whatever. Anyway, all right, yeah. Don't be, don't be one of those parents. Don't be one of those parents paying for your kids. Okay, so now on to relationship advice. Relationship advice. We talk about stuff. So we have a couple options here. So here we go. It just sounds silly right off. Okay, so my girlfriend and I, this is okay, so stay with me. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 happy years. Before that, she was with her ex for 4 years. I've already had to deal with a lot of shit from classmates and friends who make fun of me for supposedly stealing her away from her one true love. They were like the power couple at our high school since they've been together since middle school. My girlfriend is also still very good friends with her ex, if not best friends. So I guess you could say this situation is pouring salt on the fucking wound for me. They're all 18 years old, by the way. Around a month ago, my girlfriend tells me that her ex is planning on running away from his family. She's told me before that he has a horrible family situation and that he gets abused daily by his parents, both physical and emotional. He's also the only child. My girlfriend was very transparent and told me that throughout the next couple of weeks, she'd be talking to him a lot to try to help him through the process. I fully supported her and told her that if he needs anything, she could let me know and I could try to help as well. Though I did think it was a better idea for him to call CPS instead of running away with no money, but she said it wasn't a good idea for his situation. So around 2 weeks ago, he fled his house with, according to my girlfriend, bare necessities and very small amount of money. He now is currently living in a homeless shelter not far from our city. She's gone to visit him a couple of times already, and she always comes back visibly upset. She tells me that he looks so broken and sad, and how the conditions at the shelter are absolutely horrible. I know her heart hurts for him, and that she really wants to help him. What I didn't know was that she wants to give him $20,000 to help him out of his situation and relocate. She just told me this 4 days ago. My girlfriend's family is very rich. She has a trust fund, of about $200,000, but that's mostly being used to pay for her college tuition. Aside from that, my girlfriend also works a steady job and has been since her sophomore year of high school. She makes really good money from that job, about $25 an hour. So she's racked up a lot. So she tells me she's paying for $10,000 out of her own pocket and that her parents have agreed to pay another $10,000. She tells me that the money would be of tremendous help to him. He could get his own place to live. We live in a very expensive city, so rents prices are high and sky high through the roof. Pay for the first year of his college tuition, though he's in the process of communicating with his school about his new financial situation, and get food and clothes. I've communicated my feelings to her, and she told me that I was being a bit insensitive about his situation. Apparently, I don't know half the shit that he's gone through, and I need to get off my high horse. I'm upset. I'm upset to say the least. I feel like she's making a great choice financially, and I'm upset because she's doing too much for her ex. This past month, she's constantly seeing him, calling him, texting him, etc. And I'm not usually a jealous person, but I can't help but feel hurt when she bails on some of her hangouts to go see her ex at the shelter. Also, it's $20,000. That's a lot of money. I can't believe she's giving him so much. I'm just upset and a bit angry. Am I wrong to be upset? Any advice on how to make it through this situation without getting more jealous? Let's see here. So here's this quick breakdown. Yeah, the girlfriend's ex, who she dated for 4 long years, escaped his abusive home and is now living in a homeless shelter. She constantly calls him, goes to the shelter. Now she let me know that she wants to give him $20,000 to help move out of the situation. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm upset, I'm angry, and a bit jealous. What advice do we have for my guy?
Well, can she afford to do it?
Yeah, she can. You know, it says she has a trust fund of $200,000. She's just going to give him about $10,000, and her parents are going to give him another $10,000. So, I mean, sounds like the family can if they're rich, you know, rich enough to do it.
If he's in that much of desperation for it, and you're able to do it, I mean, of course she can. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I just have to say. Talk to her, and just make sure this is what she wants to do. She wants to give him that type of money. You know, it's not your money for one. I mean, of course, she just wants to help out a friend who's in desperate need. Yeah, you're just gonna have to understand that and I guess deal with. I don't even want to say deal with it. I mean, just be there, supportive, understanding. Have empathy for what the other person who's on the receiving end is going through, and what you would, if you were in their situation, would you ask for or would you want the same type of help? Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. I can understand where this guy's coming from, right? I can understand where he's coming from. Because, you know, if your girlfriend is still, you know, friends with their ex, might as well be with their ex. You know, in certain situations, if they're that close of friends with their ex, you might as well sort of be, you know, part of your ex's life. Just because, you know, there's a lot mixed in there. There's a lot packed in. You're always going to be, you know, talking to them, and you're always going to be like having the same little jokey jokes that y'all joked about on the side, you know, and it's going to be super awkward when y'all are in situations together. So,
what if it's just like a one and done? I mean, if you're still friends, but you're not like best as of friends that see each other every day, you know, would it still be that same kind of feeling?
I have been friends with some of my exes before, but I've never had those exes around new girlfriends, if that made any sense. So, you know, I don't understand that. I'm not 100% understand that situation that they're going through. But I do know that the new dude is going to feel some type of weight about the old dude, regardless of the situation. You know, if I'm the new dude, I'm like, man, screw that dude. You know, who cares? That's his fault. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, it's not his fault for getting abused. You know, that is one thing, and I definitely support him getting some kind of help for that.
Yeah.
But, you know, him making the choice to leave his family and run away, you know, that was his choice. Obviously, he knew that there were going to be some consequences and circumstances that were involved with him doing that. They're going to be difficult for him. He went to a homeless shelter, which is the right thing to do. Otherwise, you know, go to a friend's house. But, you know, really he should have, you know, probably called, or maybe even the ex-girlfriend should have called CPS for him. Something, I don't know.
And they're 18, right?
And they're 18 years old. So really,
would
they're
CPS
right on the edge.
even do
I don't
something?
even know if CPS could do anything. No, they probably couldn't even do anything. They'd have to call straight cops. So my feeling is this, man. I understand, you know, where the ex is coming from, how she wants to help her friend. I can totally understand that. They have years. They have time together, right? They have years in place for that. But I could also understand my man's side of like, man, this is pissy. You know, but my boy, this is not your $10,000.
For sure.
You know, are you jealous that she's not paying you that $10K? Is that what the deal is? Or you're not getting any scratch from that? I know you're jealous that she's spending more time with him. I get that. So, you know, you're going to have to talk to her about that and be like, hey, you know, either of two things. Either you sit there, grin and bear it, and take it until the ex is out of that situation and, you know, he's out of town. Or you sit down and you just have a talk with her and you be like, hey, it's either him or me. And you know what's going to happen in that situation. You know she's going to go back to him. You know it. Because she's still tight friends with him. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a messed up situation, but yeah, if she's that involved with her ex still, you know, you got to have a sit down with her and be like, hey, this is, you know, this is stressing you out. This is making you, you know, feel a different way than you normally are. You're acting different. You know what I'm saying? So, so either we take a break and you go deal with him. You know, we're just done, or you sit there and grin and bear it. There's your three options, bro. 3 options. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Interesting. All right, cool. Interesting. So there's that. But then, you know, there's also obviously comments, you know, people saying, you know, how's an 18-year-old making $25 an hour, etc.? Like, how does she have all this money? She has a rich family, and apparently she is a programmer at an aerospace engineering company.
Nice.
Her starting salary was $15 an hour when she was a sophomore, but it went up to $25 an hour. And she's just 18. Other thing is, y'all are 18. Y'all are both, you know, y'all are all getting out of high school, about to go to college, or that's that age, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be a lot of different relationships between now and whenever. So
here's a question for you.
I don't know, man.
If you were in the girl's situation, if your parents had money, if you had that type of, I guess in that type of situation where an ex was in an abusive relationship, abusive family, I guess.
Abusive home relationship.
Yeah. And you had the means to do it, would the way you were raised, I'm sure your parents raised you with a giving heart as mine did. Would you support that person in that way? Like, give them the $20,000 or $10,000, especially if your parents say, hey, I'll give you $10,000, give that person $10,000 as well. Would you do it?
Yeah, I would. I would in that situation because it's my friend. See, I can understand from her side. I can understand from both sides, really, but I can understand from her side because that's how she feels, and that's, you know, she wants to help her friend. So yeah, man, you know, I would help and I would support my friend. I would have probably helped them out of that abusive situation long before it got to this. You know, the moment they started talking about leaving the home, I'm like, hey man, we got, these people are rich, right? So, we got 2 or 3 extra rooms. Come and stay in one of our rooms, for like, a couple of months until you figure this out. Or, I could get you a job as a janitor or something, depending on your job skills.
Yeah.
I get you a job, where I work, and help you get back on your feet. And then you can go and then you could deal with this other stuff with your family,
right?
Outside of that. I would definitely try to help out, especially, if I had more than enough money to help them out. But, in that same token, I got to look at my current girlfriend and be like, hey, this situation is with my friend. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart, but I'm still with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, I can understand her situation where she's like, there's going to be times where I talk to him, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's just one of those situations where you have to be careful of getting too involved one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get too involved one way or the other, it's going to lead down a path where you're going to have to make a couple choices. She's going to have to make a choice to go back to her ex, at some point in time, be with her ex if she gets too deep.
Right.
Or she's going to have to make a choice of, not really dealing much with her ex at all. And that's going to strain that friendship. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be good with her boyfriend. So then, here's the question. Because apparently they were like the love of each other's life, right? They're one true love. What do you call that? So, here's the question. If she goes back to the boyfriend, or, if she's with the boyfriend, stays with the boyfriend, sort of, stops dealing with the ex much, is she going to, regret one day, not being back with her ex, or not? It's just one of those things, man. And if you're the boyfriend, if you're the new boyfriend, your mind's got to be all over the place.
Yeah, sure.
That these people were like sweethearts and they loved each other and they were together for a long time. So you got to make the decision of, is it worth it, or do I just need to go out here and get somebody else?
Wow. Yeah.
Just cut ties and break the situation and be done.
Interesting.
And then what if she pays that ex that $20K and he comes back for more money? It's a cycle, though.
Yeah. That's a completely different thing right there. If he comes back for more, you got $20,000. $20,000 could get you in a good situation.
Yep.
It could definitely put you in a good situation. So, yeah, if he comes back for more, then that's a big issue right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much packed into that. So let us know, people. Let us know what y'all think. Okay, next one. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this one. It's titled, I Don't Love Him Anymore. My husband cheated on me while I was pregnant last year, and I haven't forgiven him. The only reason I took him back was for the sake of our child. We have two together. Let's see here. I've been living with my mother since I found out he cheated on me, and now he wants us to move back home next week. All I can think about was all the times he took me for granted. When we lived together, he never cleaned up after himself. I did all the cleaning and cooking. If I didn't, the apartment was a pigsty. Just thinking back to that makes me so overwhelmed and depressed. His brother stopped by my husband's apartment and told me it was so disgusting. Wet, moldy clothes in the bathroom, full sink of dirty dishes with ants everywhere and junk all over the floor. He cleaned everything up for him. I lost my job last month, so he thinks it's best for me to stay home with the baby to save money since daycare was so expensive. I basically worked just to pay daycare and my phone public transportation. I think about what he's put me through, and it's enough to make me cry for hours at night. I end up thinking about how much of a role model he'd be to our child, and all I think about is them thinking it'd be okay to be a slob as long as mommy cleans up for them. My mother suggested just to claim unemployment until I save enough money to move out on my own. I don't know what to do. There you go, Jay. What do you think, man?
I might have to hear that one again because I'm confused.
So this girl,
give me the breakdown. Give me the cliff notes.
Yeah, this girl, her husband. Mm-hmm. Her husband cheated on her while she was pregnant.
Right.
So now they have 2 kids. And so she moved out. She's living with her mom.
Yeah.
When they were living together, she did pretty much everything. He just sort of hung out. So dishes stacked up, clothes stacked up, house was dirty.
Damn.
She always
All
had to
those.
cook and clean and everything like that.
Okay.
So now he wants her to move back in
No.
since she just lost her job. But her mom was like, "No, just claim unemployment, hang out here till you get enough money to move out on your own and don't be with that dude."
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. That simple answer. Listen to your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, I say the same thing too. Same thing too.
Listen to your mama. Don't be with that dude again.
Mama knows best.
Mama. Many mothers do know best. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
That was easy.
Yeah. That was easy. All right, cool. Well, let's see here. So, next thing. It's time to tap your lip box.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, yeah, people, you know what time it is. Jay cues that music, that careless whisper, and, we sort of tell you how to tap your love box. So, if your parent paid for you to, pay the tutor, for you to be better at Fortnite, just, so you don't be out there getting embarrassed by your friend, tap your love box.
Silly. If you think these little kids that need tutoring, and you think their parents need a good swift ass kicking, tap your love box. Ain't happening in my house. You better figure it out.
Wow.
Better mash them buttons till you get it right.
Oh man, let's see here.
Those shoes look pretty.
I was just joined by my daughter. She just saw some pretty shoes.
Awesome.
Online. So, if you just saw
Some pretty shoes online. Tap your love
some
box.
cute shoes, online, tap your lip box.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, what's next? I'll be done in just a
Let me
couple
see.
minutes, okay?
If you think it's very, very interesting that Steven Seagal is now the special representative to Russia, tap your love box.
What? That's funny.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
it's true. Interesting, but true.
He is.
He is.
Is he?
He is. He really is.
Let's see here. So, well, I don't even know what to say about that. Okay, if you think Donald Trump needs to stop tweeting LeBron and all these other people, who, don't really have anything to do with him, or people who criticize him, stop tweeting them and actually do some work. Take the constructive criticism, tap your lip box. That's really what he should do. So,
If you think it's great that a Dallas artist painted Dak Prescott as he was in the sunken place, he's a representative of Get Out with tears coming out his eye. If you think that's dope,
Man.
tap your love box.
man, I think that's so dope. I think Dak is so trash, man. I mean, Cowboys fans are up there standing for him, saying, that's my quarterback. Yeah, that is your quarterback. You're all
Trash quarterback. Trash team. If you're still confused by why Dallas Cowboys are America's team, tap your love box. I'm going on 14 years here and I still don't know why.
Yeah, seriously, same. I do know why. I do know why. People say that. I think there was like some time back
In the 90s.
What is it? No, it was well before that actually. It was back when the Cowboys would go to like California and do training camps, but this was like years before they went back, to where they're at right now in Oxnard. So like people would say, I guess they'd have Cowboys fans there and in Arizona and obviously in Texas, and so Jerry Jones I think coined the phrase, this is America's team, just because we bounce around the country and do this, that, and the other thing. And so, it just became one of those things. It became a marketing thing, and he ran with it because that's his type of thing to do. So yeah, man, that's it. They're trash. You know what I'm saying? They are trash. And Jerry Jones just barely now wants to talk about the whole kneeling situation, because he had been telling his players basically that he was going to fine them or cut them or something like that, if they decided to kneel for the anthem. So now he finally wants to talk about the policy and maybe work through some kind of resolution. So he trash. If you want to sit down and have a listening session with Bobby Sessions from that new Revolution album, dog, tap your lip box.
Nice.
Tap your lip box.
If you find it funny that Black China took her 18-year-old boyfriend on a date to Chuck E. Cheese, tap your lip box.
Wow. That's horrible. I feel so emasculated if that was me, man. Jacked up.
Let's go get these tickets.
If you about to leave Pastor Donnie Scott's church because he said Trump was pro-black, tap your lip box. Trash.
Wow.
If you think Kyrie Irving's new girlfriend is ugly, tap your lip box. I don't think she's ugly.
I don't think she is.
Some people do.
I do not think she is at all.
If you're happy that the makers of Madden 2019 said that they apologize and they're actually putting Colin Kaepernick's name back on the Big Sean song on that game, tap your lip box. They took it off and they put it back on. Probably because everybody was mad at them. They knew all the black people wouldn't be buying that and shit.
If you think it's ludicrous that Amber Rose has said she's only slept with 4 people her whole life. No, wait, 7. 12. 100 million, billion. Tap your love box.
How many people she said she slept with?
Well, she put a post on. She put a post on IG saying, I guess, as far as like slut shaming, slut walk, and whole is life. She was saying something like, I've only been with 4 people sexually in my whole life. Then she said, wait, 7, no, 12. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit, I lost count. Anyway, somewhere between 4 and 100 billion, 92,837,666. The bottom line is,
on the higher end of that.
Yeah, she said the bottom line is it doesn't matter if you're not a virgin. You're somebody's sloppy seconds, and if you are a virgin, it's not going to change the fact that someone will make up a rumor about you doing something sexual with someone and slut shame you for it. And it's just talking about society. But anyway, yeah, if you read the whole thing, it sounds good, all and well. But then, of course, I don't know about how I feel like the promotion of slut life and whole life.
I think it's stupid. There's a lot of situations. Everybody has their own body. You can do what you want to do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But, if you're not careful, you could have a baby. You don't need to be having no baby at a certain time of your life that you don't want a baby at a certain time of your life. Also, there's lots of diseases out there, that can be caught. HIV is still a thing. Hepatitis, all that stuff is still a thing. There's a lot of stuff, man.
Not everything can get cured with a shot.
You don't want to get anybody's... Exactly. You don't want everybody's nasty Nate up inside you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want everybody's nasty Nate up inside you. And, you don't want to eat everybody's dirty taco. That's what it is.
I don't want to toss everybody's salad, man.
Booties do not taste like groceries.
I'm still, if you're still confused by booties tasting like groceries, eat the booties like groceries.
There might be brown, but it ain't Nutella and chocolate. It's not.
It's not Nutella and chocolate. It's doo-doo, people.
Doo-doo.
It's the doo-doo.
Doo-doo for you. Let's see here. So, If you think it's dope, the YG donated $150,000 to Girl Code LA to support up and coming young girl coders. Tap your love box.
That's dope.
See, that's a man doing something for his city. For people in his city. Just like LeBron. YG's probably not the best role model. Just like LeBron isn't necessarily the best, or anybody. Necessarily the best role model. But hey, putting his money where his mouth is, and taking care of his own people. So that's pretty dope.
If you're curious to see this new Tiffany Haddish sex tape that got leaked, tap your love box. They say she do more than tell jokes. She can work that mouth too. Anyway, what we got?
Yeah, what that mouth do. Let's see here. If you think it's dope that two senior citizens got into a fist fight at a South Carolina Costco over free samples, man, tap your love box. I sort of wish I was there for that.
It's like 80-year-olds trying to hit each other with a cane.
Let's see here. 70-year-old versus a 72-year-old. And they both fled the scene before the police could get there.
It's like the little motorized scooters were going fast.
You just see him on the surveillance footage, like one dude on a rascal, the other dude with the walker. You know what I'm saying? It's like scooting off fast.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah.
That's funny.
Alright.
That's hilarious. Oh, wow. If you think it's funny that a kid stole a plane to go fly and see, or she tried to steal a plane to see a concert, tap your love box. You had some insight on that. I didn't see
shucks. I completely forgot where I even saw this at. But apparently some kid got accused of stealing the plane to fly to see their favorite rapper in concert. I can't remember where I just read this at. I'm trying to look for it, but yeah. Wait, here he goes. Dang, I don't want to go through this long ass article. Anyway, he got arrested. His bail is set for $25,000. So I guess apparently he didn't take off. He didn't take off, but I guess the incident began at like 2:30 a.m. Airport security contacted police about a man who had jumped the fence and attempted to board an American Eagle twin-engine jet. By the time officers arrived at the scene, Scott was already on a small commercial plane, doors closed, and I guess ready for takeoff. He said he wanted to go see his favorite rapper. Who that rapper is, we don't know. But who would you go see? Who would you steal a plane to go see?
Wow, who would I steal a plane to go see? In concert, huh?
In concert.
Dang. I don't know, man. I don't know. It would have to be somebody. I don't know, man. I have no clue. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't know. Who would you see?
I would not steal a plane to go see anybody. I'll just wait till they come here. That was the easy answer.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually trying to think about somebody who I haven't seen that I've always wanted to see. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to see Snoop Dogg when he comes here in about a month.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. So the community college here has a Twilight series. Where they do $10 tickets. So Snoop Dogg is coming. And I'm going to see. Me and my wife going to see him. $10, fam.
$10. That's dope.
Yeah, $10. Diplo's coming this week. Snoop Dogg's coming. There'll be some more talent coming too. So
that's
yeah,
right.
but I wouldn't steal no plane to go see him.
Nah, you steal a soul plane.
Yeah, exactly. Tap your love box if one of your cousin-in-laws is the #1 climber in the country, tree climber. So my wife's cousin husband apparently is the national champion of tree climbing.
Oh,
that
nice.
is a thing. It's like a huge tournament they have every year. And yeah, so, around tree climbing circles, when you see him, people see him, they get his autograph. He's a pretty cool dude. He's a Giants fan, first of all, so that's why I like him. But, yeah, man,
I like to climb trees.
He's a national champion tree climber. Yep.
That's so funny.
I bet he and the Lorax would get along really well.
That's crazy. That is funny.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that's all I got, me.
All right. Well, I guess we could get up out of here because I got to go grocery shop. Anyway, people, find us Twitter, Instagram, #BlackoutPod, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spreaker. Email us stuff if you want relationship advice. You want your question about any random thing answered. #BlackoutPod@gmail.com. Send it over there. Or you could just call Google voicemail service. 3853-BLAKPC, that's 3853-25-2572. If you want to get some accessories to train and get tutored with, to stay up while you're tutoring on Fortnite, bossboxes.store. Get yourself a 10% subscription, 10% off a subscription, I should say, when you enter the code Blackout10 in the checkout. That way you could be up tutoring all night with your tutor in Fortnite, building walls and shooting rockets and doing silly dances right after you become victorious. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. You can do that. They call it Orange Justice, which is what Jackson does all the time, where it looks like his knees are about to pop out of their sockets.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all I got. You guys jump in front of each other in the free food line at Costco.
Fight somebody.
Record the interaction. Fight somebody. Get that Venus sausage. Get those cheese samples.
Yes, on a Sunday. Do it on a Sunday. Yeah.
That little chopped up enchilada salad they be trying to give away. On a Sunday. Yeah. All right. Blacking out.